Picture this. You come home from a hard day at work and you're dying to relax in your favorite chair and log on to the internet to chat with some of your favorite buddies. But, to your surprise, your favorite website has been blocked out for indecent material. When you know that the only... That was good. I'm sorry, that was great. I just screwed up. Okay. Picture this. You come home from a hard day at work and you are dying to relax in your favorite chair and log on to the internet to chat with some of your favorite buddies. But, to your surprise, your favorite website has been blocked out for indecent material. When you know that the only thing that is mildly indecent on the site are some bloody cartoon characters and mild swearing. Yes, you may say that this example is a bit extreme, but it gets the point about censorship across. There is a heated controversy on the topic of censorship on the internet. Websites are being blocked out because of indecent content. But will this violate the very First Amendment, freedom of speech? That's what we'll find out today on Day Watch. Good afternoon and welcome to Day Watch News. I'm Storm Winthrop. Our topic tonight, the internet. Should it be censored? Before we go in depth on our discussion, I'd like you to know the basics. By definition, censorship is suppression of information, ideas, or artistic expression by anyone, or a fear that free expression will do harm to an individual or corrupt their morality. It has been used for a long time in the fields of education and libraries. In a nutshell, in schools, it has been used to censor textbooks, and certain books such as J.D. Salinger's The Catcher in the Rye were banned from libraries for portrayal of unpleasant realities. It has also been used in the media, especially in television news, when footage from wars was being shown. During the Vietnam and Gulf Wars, the media was censored to maintain military secrecy. But does censorship have a place on the internet? Let's cut to Chad Streets, who is live with Dr. Michelle Chin-Quee. Chad, I'm here with Dr. Michelle Chin-Quee, and she has very strong views on the topic of internet censorship. Doctor, I understand from your book, Leave It Alone, the Internet Story, that you are very displeased with internet censorship. Could you please tell our audience your views?
It's a disgrace. It will never work, and it's unconstitutional.
Could you elaborate for us a bit?
Oh, of course. The World Wide Web doesn't force people to look at offensive images like television, but the people choose where they want to go. With that choice comes responsibility.
Ah, yes. And anything else you'd like to add, Doctor?
Yes, censorship violates the entire nature of cyberspace, which is voluntary destination. If the boys in the government could see this, then we would have absolutely no problem.
Well, there you have it. Straight from the expert herself. Thank you, Dr. Chin-Quee.
You're welcome.
Now, back to you, Storm. Thank you, Chad. Well, the government boys are not budging. The Communication Decency Act, part of the Telecommunications Act, was passed on February 8th, 1996. This act puts restrictions on indecent material in cyberspace. We have sent reporters into Washington to question Congress about exactly what they were thinking when they passed this bill, but they have no comment. Now, let's go to the phone lines. Remember, our number is 1-800-251-2005. Yes, caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Matthew, and I'm calling from Brooklyn.
And what's your comment?
I'd just like to say that I agree totally with Dr. Michelle Chin-Quee. On the internet, nobody is forcing anything upon anybody. Where we go is based entirely on our choice.
Thank you, Matthew. Let's take another call. Yes, caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Gerald and I'm also from Brooklyn.
Yes, and what's your comment?
Well, I think that the passing of the act that you mentioned earlier will turn out to be just like the Prohibition Act on the 1930s.
Oh, really?
Oh yes, because the indecency has been banned, it makes people want to put it on the internet even more. Also, I don't think that the law can keep up with the hundreds of internet sites that are popping up each and every day.
Thank you, my friends, for you realizing that very important point. Now, we'll go to...
Censorship! Censorship!
Now, what in Sam Hill is that? Chad, are you on the scene? I just happened to be passing through with the camera crew when we heard all of the commotion. You there? Yes, you. Come here. What are you doing?
Hey man, I'm parading for internet freedom of speech, man.
What a coincidence. That just happens to be the topic that we're discussing today.
Hey man, groovy. I'm like parading for the blue ribbon campaign, man.
And what exactly is the Blue Ribbon Campaign?
A blue ribbon is chosen as the symbol for the preservation of basic civil rights in the electronic world. EFF asks that a blue ribbon be worn or displayed to show for the essential human right of speech, man. For this fundamental building block of free society, affirmed by the U.S. Bill of Rights in 1971 and by the UN Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. He has been sacrificed in the 1996 Telecom Bill. Like groovy, this groovy blue ribbon will be a way to raise awareness of these issues and for the quiet voice of reason to be heard. This voice of reason knows that free speech doesn't equate to abuse women and these groovy funk children or the breeding of hatred or intolerance, man.
Fascinating. Storm, this is yet another step in the fight for internet freedom of speech. This has been Chad Street's Day Watch News. Thank you, Chad. Now, in conclusion, in this reporter's opinion, the internet should not be censored at all. As Dr. Michelle Chin-Quee says, the nature of cyberspace is voluntary destination. Until the men in Congress realize all of this, the entire internet will remain slightly out of reach. This has been Storm Winthrop, Day Watch News.